Congrats on your 30th cancellation. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, you know, it's taken a long time to get to this point, but, you know, we're getting them, like, now. I mean, it's coming about once a week now. It really is. I mean, it's being a lot now. And so honestly, I'm gonna be real, guys. I love it. Everybody thinking about me, talking about me. They're all thinking about me, all talking about me. What's Asmund doing? What's he saying? What did he say today? What did he say yesterday? Living rent free? I know, I am. I absolutely am. It's just, I don't even know where to begin with this, right? Give me a minute and I'll go and, you know, we'll talk about everything, because it's been pretty crazy, to be honest with you guys. It's been pretty impressive to see the kind of, the kind of response I've been getting. People are trying to cancel me. They want me canceled again.
First time?
Why is that?
Never mind.
Well, because today is the day that ends in the letter Y. Now, what exactly did I do? Well, Asmongold is a gigantic piece of shit, and the reason we're currently in the midst of what can be described as hell, even for people divorced from the current situation. Well, if this person's in hell, where's a person that lives in Palestine or Ukraine? You know, I wonder, like, where does that rank on the scale? Because, you know what I mean? It's super hell. That you're in hell? I don't think so, man. I think that you have a few people that are disagreeing with you on the internet. That's not really a big deal, is it? They're hell divers too. Yeah, apparently. And so, you know, obviously, Mark Kerngrums says on Twitter, he says, cancel pigs are going after Asmongold and trying to get people to unsponsor him, including Capcom. These people are actually disgusting harassers that have terrorized gaming and comics for too long. Asmon has a right to cover gaming and have opinions. Also, so this is the issue that people have, is that they have no issue and no problem talking about their opinions on things, but whenever somebody else has another opinion that's different than theirs, now they're being harassed. I'm sorry, guys. Harassment is not the same as disagreement. If I'm disagreeing with you, you're not being harassed. And also, there have been tons of people are talking about me, you know, them getting harassed. Oh my God. There are people commenting every hour for me to kill myself. Oh, kill yourself. I hope you die. You're a piece of shit. Everything like that. And I want to let you know, it's not their fault.
I haven't got a KYS yet.
Look, there's mentally ill kids on the internet that should be in, like, I don't know,
my audience,
like a mental
like
institution or something.
30, 40
but we got rid of those, so they're on the Twitter.
So it's like,
and so it's not really their fault that these kids
shit.
are saying this stuff. It's just what happens. So how am I the harasser whenever I'm getting the death threats probably more than they are? How does this make sense? By that logic, aren't they harassing me? What about this? And so the problem, I think, comes down to people that feel like they have a moral mandate. They have a moral mandate to talk about their opinions on issues and to expect everybody else to bow down to that opinion. And if other people disagree, even in a way that's respectful or non-aggressive, it's not enough for them. Because everything that is a disagreement is aggressive to them, and any type of disagreement is violence. It is harassment. And if you escalate the vocabulary, you create a world where responding to that in a distorted way, right? Like trying to ruin somebody's life over disagreeing with you on Twitter, you make that reasonable because you're changing the vocabulary of it. And I think that's what happens. And so these people are very, they're very toxic. They're extremely toxic. And I think that every normal person on Twitter, there's like 7 of them, realizes that. And I think that people are tired of it. I think that people are tired of being lectured on morality, tired of being told what to think by people who are, by all accounts, shitty. I don't want to be told what to do by a fucking asshole. The fucking dumbass. Like, I don't want to be lectured about how much of a bad person I am by somebody who's worse than me. What's this? People are just tired of the left in general. I don't think people are tired of the left. I think most people on the internet are probably more left-wing, including me. But what people are tired of is they are tired of bad actors that have inserted themselves into the space, created a position of power for themselves, and then leveraged that position of power in order to do things that are in their own agenda. Not towards a leftist agenda, not towards anything else, just towards their own agenda. And they do obviously make left-wing people look bad. They absolutely do. I think that left-wing, like left-wing politics has like a huge problem. Like, for example, like right-wing politics, and like right-wing politics is also having this problem now, but for a long time it didn't, right? Where it's like there was a clear line between conservatism and like, you know, people that are like, I don't really want to say Nazis, right? But like people that are just like super totalitarian. But like ever since like Trump and then like, you know, emotional escalation, I think that there is kind of a harder way to get those people out of the space in right-wing politics as well. But in left-wing politics, what happens a lot is that it's kind of like, it's like they can't remove these bad actors and extremists from their spaces because the bad actors and extremists, to be fair, are popular. And that's really the truth. So you have people that are effectively, like, I think that they are damaging the entire progressive movement. I think that it does damage progressive movements whenever you have people that are trying to push against racism that have a tweet history of being racist. Because any reasonable person is going to see that and be like, oh, geez, like, this is fucking bullshit. Like, I don't want to be around these guys. And so whenever that happens, the entire movement is damaged. The entire movement is weaker. And the culture inside of those movements doesn't... It doesn't have like an apparatus or like a mechanism to remove those people. And so they just stay in there and they make it worse. Yeah, they are the progressive movement. Well, they weren't for a very long time. It's very interesting for me to see this. You know, back in 2009, I had signed up and I got hired to do like kind of like activism work. I was like 19 at the time. And for like Greenpeace, to support, you know, environmentalism and to support things like Planned Parenthood and stuff like that I believed in. And so really, I mean, this is, and this is something like I just straight up, like I went on a website, I signed up, I wrote a big long fucking thing. They called me the next day. It was the next fucking day. I remember I was at my dad's house. It was one of the first jobs that I had actually applied for that I wanted to have. I don't really view that as a, what do you call it? I had that too, to get laid. No, I mean, like, to me, I mean, I have a lot of opinions on things, and I'm always willing to, you know, like, put my money where my mouth is, or, you know, like, really go out there and try to advocate for things, because I think that's the right option, right? That's the right thing to do. You know, if you can't fight for what you believe in, why do you even exist? And so anyway, like, I think this is a very, very big systemic problem. And people are going to try to get mad at me, but I hope that there are, like, people that are, like, more left-wing that understand that I'm actually trying to help them. In the long run, I am. Because these people, like, these sweet baby people and these guys that are just, like, randomly throwing out, like, a bunch of words, then acting like animals, these people are going to ruin your movement. They're going to ruin your progress, because people see that and they just reflexively are against it. And whenever this person is encapsulating your values as well as their own, they will then in turn be against your values as well. People might disagree with me because I am against people that are on their side, but I hope they understand that those people are actually not on their side. They are not on the vast majority of a normal people's sides. These are extreme people that are bad actors. But you are left-wing, though? It's not about whether you're left-wing or right-wing. Like, the fixation on determining whether somebody is on one side or another is done by simple-minded people. I think that there's a lot of topics that people have different varied viewpoints on, and it's not as simple as just, like, one category or another. So, whenever I see people get angry about me doing this, I think that they don't realize that I'm trying to help them. I am trying to help them because I remember what it was like whenever you could have any type of person in a movie, and if somebody was upset about it, people would just think that that person was an idiot. There wasn't this like massive movement against having representation of minorities and different types of people in movies. It was just, it is what it is. But because these people who see everything literally in black and white have tried to co-opt these movements for their own benefit, by the way, not for any sort of ideology, for their own benefit, they have ruined these movements, and they've taken them and turned them into tools that alienate people away from what would be a good cause. And you see this now on Twitter. You see people now that are like, we're going as far back to be like, I'm seeing popular things about how like being gay is bad. Like, I didn't see this 5 years ago. I didn't see this 10 years ago. Like, it's just like, and you did see it. Keep in mind, you did see it, but like, it wasn't as accepted. It wasn't as just defined. The pendulum swings, yeah, and people are responding to this movement, and it's very dangerous. People who lack imagination and a monologue are the only ones that need to assume themselves represented in movie or TV. I think it's fine to have representation in movies or TV, but it should just come from an artistic intent and not from a like an executive, like a list, right? That's really what the difference is. People are sick of bending the knee to the woke movement. Well, I think that people are not sick of bending the knee to the woke movement. People are sick of bending the knee to hypocrites. People are sick of bending the knee to people who go against all of their values. And I was there 3,000 years ago in 2008, 2005, 2010, whenever this happened for the first time in at least my life. Where before then, I'll tell you, there were a lot more conservative people in positions of power at that point, especially in terms of the way that the United States was viewed in responding to 9/11. This was a tremendous thing. And then they used, obviously, 9/11 to pass the Patriot Act. They used it to push, like hardcore conservatism, surveillance state, etc. A lot of things Alex Jones said back then were fucking right. And so that was before he got involved in fucking identity politics, and he actually cared about trusting or not trusting the government. And so, anyway, all of these things happened, and what came with it was Obama even saying in 2008 that, marriage is between a man and a woman. Like, that's how regressive it was even then. And I think that what happened and why it changed is because people saw these, like, right-wing political fucking, like, I don't know, people, right? Like figureheads being exposed for being crackheads. For being exposed for having, like, 5 gay hookers that they're all hooking up with at the same time while they're on cocaine. And this is the same person that wants to say that, we need to have prayer in school. And that's why I think that entire movement completely lost its way and completely lost its wind. Like, now they don't have nearly the power they used to. And the reason why is because the general population sees that and they see a fucking liar. They see a piece of shit. You guys, how many of you are old enough to see where I'm saying? Y'all remember that? Yeah. And so you're seeing it happen again. And it's disappointing. This is why Great Empires Fall. People see the Emperor for who they are. Well, I think the problem is that power begets more power, and people that seek power are oftentimes the people who shouldn't have it. And so you have people that are using, they want to get to these positions in order to, exercise some sort of willpower on somebody else. And whenever they get there, there is no actual, like, ideology to it. There is no, like, principle to it. It's just do what I tell you to do, right? And so this is what I hope that a lot of people understand that might be against me on, like, these different websites, is that I'm trying to help you. These people are not good for you. They're not going to help anybody. They're only in it for themselves. They're bad actors. And they stand to cause everybody to regress. Like, now we're seeing bills banning pornography. Like, oh, let's ban Pornhub. What the fuck are we talking about? Let's ban Pornhub. Oh, let's go ban TikTok. Where is the actual principle in this? Where's the logic? Is porn bad? Then why is Twitter there? Is porn bad? Then why are all of the other fucking porn sites there? So it's like there's no actual logic or principle to this. It's just reactionary garbage that happens because people are fighting back against a movement that they feel like has completely lost its way. And I think that's what's happened. It's impossible to reason with them. And this is why, for example, I haven't really gone and tried to disprove or argue with people that are saying that I am a, you know, let's see, what are the words? I hate women, hate trans people, hate other races, super racist, love to harass people. What else? Did I miss something? I hate gay people. Yes, yes. I forgot about gay people. Yes. Nazi, naturally. Toxic. I mean, come on, I'm a gamer, right? And so, do we have one more? I hate women. I said that. Maybe I hate fat people. True. So, the reason why I don't go in and try to argue with people about these topics is because I believe you cannot reason a person out of a position that they did not reason themselves into. There will never be a string of words that will convince this person that I am not what they think that I am. Because people just don't like admitting that they're wrong. That's all there is to it. Yeah, they're irrational people. And so, like, I'm not, like, how can I convince a person like that? How do you win? If you pressure companies to take your sponsors, interesting. Well, there's no way. Like, I think that you don't have to worry about winning because winning will happen on its own. Like, this will, like, it is an inevitable outcome that people in power will abuse the power and then be overthrown by other people who will then get in power, who will then abuse the power, who will then be over. You see how this happens, right? And this is the human condition. I don't think this is ever going to go away. And so all you have to do is wait, and you're starting to see it now happen. The government strap feels the weight. Yeah, people don't realize companies don't care about them. They're just being minimized to tokens based on their identities. Well, and I did a video about this, right? And how many of you guys saw the video that I did? I released it. I recorded it last night. Yeah, what did you guys think about the video? Just not giving them more attention, right? Oh, I don't think it's a problem to give them attention. It's not a big deal. Yeah, it was good. I hope you guys liked it. And I saw that, like, again, and this is the mind of the people that are unhappy about me, right? Is that you can go clean your room, right? Okay.
Oh, have I not? I
Is
mean,
there a
I've
red
gotten
bar
that
over
the
the
same
video?
thing.
I don't see the red bar.
You guys not
and you can
know
see,
that
you know, if you watch a video,
Tell
the
him
red
to
bar
play
is there.
him. What the hell?
They never saw it. So a lot of people like farming likes and doing this kind of stuff, but they don't actually. There's no actual thought to this. There's no actual like reasoning or perspective to it. There's no actual argument. It's just an emotional like outburst, which makes sense. A lot of these people are probably 23, right? Yeah, I think people assume whenever people make anti-woke content, they're an extremist incel, and that's what your YouTube clickbait has become. Well, I think that's definitely true in some cases. It's the same with anything else, but and this is the problem, is that if you can't recognize and remove bad actors from your space, people will eventually remove your space. That's what will happen. They attack you personally because they can't defeat you in a logical way. Well, so like a lot of people they probably wonder like, why am I like this, right? Like that's a pretty fair question. Like, why am I like this? So growing up, like I actually had like a very big fixation and like focus on like looking good and like basically having people like me, right? Like wearing name brand clothes and like caring about this stuff a lot. I'm talking about like, how old was I? I'm talking about like middle school and elementary school primarily, right? And so I really, really cared about that. And I had like I was very insecure about it. Like I would even be insecure about like, you know, my mom had like a really shitty car. It was actually a truck. And like people would like comment like, oh, when's your mama gonna get a new car? And like, you know, she would never get a new car, right? Next car she got was the one that was my car that would drive her around it. And so I felt very bad about this. I felt awful about it. And you know, for years and years I tried to kind of you know, be a person that I wasn't and try to like live up to this expectation. And then I went to like 2 different high schools whenever I was in 9th grade, and I was a freshman, and I went to a high school at the beginning, and it was like a very, very rich high school where, not very rich, but it was like, you know, a scale of like 1 to 10, it's like an 8, right? And so I saw a lot of the people that were there who cared about the same things that I did, and I saw like the extreme version of the way that I felt, and I realized that all of these people were losers, and I didn't like any of them, and I didn't want to be that kind of a person. And that caused me, I was like 15 at the time, yeah, probably about like 15, and I was like, these people are never really going to be successful, they're never going to do anything important in their life, they're just trying to fit in so people don't realize that they're actually just NPCs, basically, right? That wasn't my mindset then, but that's effectively what I thought. And then I just decided to stop caring about the way that I looked, stop caring about the way that I felt. And I think that also, like, there's a very other big component to this, is that, like, growing up, I was, like, very, 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 and, like, now I still am, obviously, I think almost everybody is, but I was extremely, right? I would have like panic attacks over it and everything, about being afraid of dying and like the idea of like death and everything. And so because of that, I would try to avoid doing anything that would like potentially like put me in danger, or like, you know, I would be anxious about everything all the time. And then as I got older, and this is about the same time, somewhere around there, it was like I was finally able to like come to terms with that. At least, you know, not entirely, right? But like just by like 1 degree, maybe 2 degrees, and start to just embrace the fact that everybody rots. That's all there is. There's nothing that's going to happen. There's nothing, you can't change it. You can't do anything. There's nothing like, and obviously, like, you know, having my mom pass away, you know, that was like a fucking, like, oh my God, right? That was horrible. And so I had a lot of these experiences happen to me, and I try to remind myself that I am not anything more than just a more intelligent version of a monkey. I don't view myself as anything more than that. And I try to remind myself about that whenever I'm unhappy about like my situation in life, or, you know, like some sort of existential dread or some version of that, is that you don't even know entirely what you are thinking and what you are. And so I've tried to remove myself as much as possible from caring at all about anything in general. I know that might sound weird, but like, the more that I've been able to do that, the happier I've been in my life. And it's at a point now where like, there are things in my life that make me unhappy, and it's like, this is bad, I wish it was different, right? Sure. But I no longer live a life that is pursuing happiness. I just simply enjoy, I don't even really like thinking about happiness, because I think that it's like, it's kind of like a stupid term. I like the term fulfillment more, but I gain fulfillment just by simply existing and by expressing myself and by being who I am. And I can do that in any way that I want. And I feel like the only thing that is bad to do is to not be that person. And that's why I am the way I am. And it might not really make sense for a lot of people, and I don't think anybody should live the way that I live. It's awful. But for me, it's very grounding, and like, that's why I never really changed my life at all, like after I got more money or anything like that, because it doesn't matter. Like, none of it matters. Like, there will never be a point where it's like, if I have a house that's this big, or I have this thing, like, nothing in life can ever really make me happy. And I think that's a good and a bad thing. And so I stopped trying to think about like a thing that I can get some sort of light at the end of the tunnel, And I just try to enjoy being in the tunnel. Because I don't think that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So you might as well enjoy being in the tunnel. And that's the way that I feel. This might sound like this is probably like, you know, I sound like a crazy person or something like this. But that's why I am the way that I am. And so any insult that people have at me or anything like that, it doesn't bother me. It genuinely doesn't. Like, especially with like things that like, you know, I post a picture of my own room and people make fun of me for it. Do you really think that I was so stupid that I didn't realize that it looked bad? I did it because I thought it was funny and I like the shock value of it because I know that other people aren't like I am. I know these are probably the ramblings of a crazy man.
That's basically me.
But it's my right to be crazy. So I'll keep being crazy until I decide not to be, and then I won't be anymore. Because I can do anything that I want because I exist and I have my own free will. And I love it. And so, and that's really the truth. And that's not ever going to stop being enjoyable for me. Hopefully that gives people a little bit of insight into kind of the way that I think and, you know, the way that I feel about things. And so, yeah, there it is. So, yeah, comments about cleaning my room or whatever don't really bother me. It's fine with me. Because I can. If I want to, I just clean it up, and I've done it before. And, you know, I've thought about getting some things in my house cleaned up because it is inconvenient for me. But I just haven't really done it because I've just been busy thinking or doing other things, right? And so, yeah. What about prolonging your health? I understand the material things. I think that there's, like, a balance, right? Because, like, the truth is that a lot of you guys, like, we all do certain things that probably would be better if we didn't do them for our health. Whether it's, you know, driving in a fast car and, you know, maybe going a little bit too fast. Maybe it's, like, drinking alcohol. Maybe it's doing drugs. Maybe it's drinking soda. Maybe it's, like, eating a certain type of food, etc. And it's like if you can't live your life and do what you enjoy doing, even if you live longer, did you ever live at all? And it's always it's a balancing act, right? Now, I've been incredibly blessed. Like, you want to talk about privilege? I'll tell you a fucking privilege. The fact that I'm 33 fucking years old, I'm 135 pounds, I'm about 6'3", I never get sick. I never feel bad. Like I had that one problem with my back, and that was it. And I can eat whatever I want. I only need to eat one meal a day, and I feel great pretty much all the time. And I never run out of energy. Sometimes I do, right? But if I get enough sleep, I don't. That is a massive privilege. I have been incredibly lucky. You get headaches a lot? I do. I do get headaches. I get headaches like right down here because of tension. Yeah, I actually have to take a muscle relaxer because of stress. I do have a lot of things that stress me out in my life. And, you know, I don't, who cares? Like, we all have things that stress ourselves on. But, like, I take muscle relaxers. It helps me. And, you know, that's it. Problem solved. And so, yeah. So you're not totally fine, right? No, I don't know. I mean, like, right? I mean, there's like a million things that can go wrong with a person. You'll regret a lot of these things, but you won't ever know it until later. Well, eventually everybody dies. And so eventually there will be something that will kill everybody. And so, like, at a certain point, like, will I regret it? I don't know. I mean, I don't, like, what the fuck? You can go do a total checkup at clinic and doctor, see if your theory of being healthy is true. Oh, yeah, no, I mean, like, I'm talking about the way that I feel in general, right? I mean, obviously there could be something wrong internally. Like, I had a test done, like, well, I had, like, a couple of, like, smaller tests done, like, very recently, because I went through a period of, like, having, like, health scares. Like, how many of you guys have gone through, like, a period of that where you think, like, there's something wrong with you, and then, like, you have to go to the doctor and get it checked out because it, like, gets in your head? I had that happen me. You never? Yeah, I thought that wouldn't happen to me either, but it did. And, like, I went to the emergency room actually 3 times because of that. And they did tests on me then, and everything was totally fine. I felt like my blood pressure was a bit too high. It was like 120 and maybe like 125. And I think that's a bit high. But other than that, you know, 120 is normal. Yeah. That's normal. It is, but... like, my dad had very, very low blood pressure, and he is 76 now. He'll be 77 pretty soon. And his blood pressure is about the same as mine is. And so, like, I think about, you know, as you age, obviously, like, you know, it will probably get higher. And so that's why I would want to make sure that I you know, make sure that I'm in, you know, good physical condition. Like, it's insane. Yeah, he had a whole total physical, and he was completely fucking fine, too. Like, everything he said was perfect, right? And so, you know, like, I'm very blessed, right? I'm tremendously privileged in a way that most people don't even consider. Is that, like, I don't have these problems. Because I hear about, like, friends of mine tell me, they're like, oh, I need glasses now. Oh, you know, I'm having this issue, or, oh, there's that. And I just feel like, oh my God. Imagine living with that kind of a debuff. And I've been trying to exercise more. I exercised yesterday, and I make sure to walk at least a mile a day. And, you know, I want to try to make sure that I don't ever take that for granted. Because, yeah, I mean, I am getting older, and I'm pretty much the only one of any of my friends that has nothing. You know, I feel totally great. All the time, I have nothing. And so, I treat it as a tremendous privilege. I'm very lucky. And so, yeah, the no real teeth debuff. My teeth are fucked up, but that's mainly because of my own actions. Elon having Aspen's back. I did see this. I didn't even believe it was true, but look at this. So yeah, Elon Musk even tweeted about the whole situation with me, right? And complete backfire. Yeah, Sweet Baby Inc. Sweet Baby blight on the gaming industry. All they do is make games terrible and try to cancel people. It cannot go broke soon enough. So even Elon Musk's heard about the situation. That is crazy to me. Oh my God, I'm kind of shocked. Honestly, I really am. Maybe he watches. Yeah, maybe he watches the show. I don't know what to say. And yeah, a lot of people are, and I think really that's the issue. Is that's why I haven't really even said anything about it. It's like I think that people will realize the ridiculousness of this kind of stuff sooner than later. The issue that people have, and this is what that you have to understand, is that these people want to completely destroy you as an individual so that nobody else thinks to question them or like go against them at all. I want to promise you guys one thing, that I'm not necessarily against every single thing that they even stand for. But I'm not going to ever, like, it doesn't matter how many times they complain to sponsors. It doesn't matter how many times they make tweets that are popular that say that I'm bald. It will never stop me from doing this. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to stop talking about it. I'm not going to stop, you know, making videos about it. I'm not going to stop, you know, bringing awareness to this. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter anything. It's just going to keep happening. And to the extent that they fight me on it, it will make it worse. Because I think that the more and more that more normal people outside of the video game sphere hear about these issues and these people, the more their position will seem extreme. So, yeah, if they want to make it a bigger deal, go ahead. But I don't think they're going to like the outcome of that. People usually come around to the truth, but it takes a long time. Do you remember what I said about the thing that I said about AI? That the first day will be people discussing about how bad I am, and then the third day will be people discussing about the way that I'm right. I said that the first day that happened. And it did. People eventually come around to the truth. All you have to do is wait. Yep, the truth always prevails. It just takes time. So, yeah, a lot of people have defended me about this kind of stuff, and you know, it's crazy, as I said before, whenever people just like kind of go through like the laundry list of like normal insults, like alt-right, stuff like this. It's like, okay, yeah, for sure. And like there are some of the terms whenever people do those where I think to myself, I'm like, okay, well, this person has clearly just like lost the plot entirely. So he's not wrong. Openly activate trying to destroy existing IPs. Well, I think more importantly, they're trying to shut down people who disagree with them and people who call them out. And I think that, like, really, if they don't want, like, if you don't want to block these people or whatever, that's fine. But, like, to have their own position and have their own platform removed, I think is a very different situation. And I think that's what ends up happening with this, is that you have these people that it's not enough for them to just simply not engage in a dialogue. They have to remove the dialogue. And the reason why is because they cannot engage in a dialogue. They genuinely think they're infallible. They do. And because they think they're infallible, they think that any bad action they take is in the pursuit of pursuing a goal that is an ideal. And so it's okay for them to burn witches at the stake, and even if you kill some innocent people, it's all right, because you're fighting against evil. And so as soon as somebody realizes that as soon as somebody believes that they have like a moral mandate, it allows them to do the worst things in the world. Like every single, like, I don't know about every single, but like many of like the biggest atrocities in like history were done by people who thought that they were doing the right thing. I would say almost every single one of them was. There's very rarely instances where people know that they're doing the wrong thing and they keep doing it. No, they think that they are the hero in their own story. Classic anime villain trope even. And it makes it more compelling. That's why, for example, like Thanos was a great villain in like Marvel, or you know, and there are like other examples, right? Even Sauron was not like, at least in the way that he's portrayed in like extended lore, is not as just as one-dimensionally evil. In the same way that like Melkor is one-dimensionally evil. Killmonger, yeah, Killmonger in Black Panther, yeah. What an amazing example. Like, I remember watching that, and like at the end scene, I was like, I kind of wanted Killmonger to win. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like I liked him more than Black Panther. I thought he was awesome. But yeah, absolutely. And that's the kind of that's a good villain. And the reason why that type of character is so good is because, and this is the best thing about like fantasy and like narratives, is that the best narratives are usually, in many cases, the ones that people can see the parallels in reality. Yeah, people don't realize you can argue yourself into a correct position and with most people still be wrong. Killmonger was such a great villain. Yeah, he really was. And I was actually like kind of disappointed that, like, you know, it killed him at the end of the movie, right? I mean, spoiler, right? But it's been out for 5 fucking years or something, so too bad. But yeah, I was like hoping like, oh, maybe this is gonna happen, you know, like maybe something else will happen in the future. But you know, apparently not. Let's be honest, all I have to do is show the comment. It says you can't be racist towards a race of people, and this person should just be muted from the internet. I like it. It's like entertaining flat earthers. Well, what the truth is that if you expose that ideology to like a general audience of people, like for example, like if you ask people on Twitter, can you be racist to a white person? A lot of people on Twitter are going to say no. If you go to Walmart and you ask people, can you be racist to a white person? A lot of people are going to say yes. And the reason why is that there is a massive disconnect between internet discourse and real life.
Just be
and
racist.
That's what I said. The more that these people escalate this issue, the more the public and the general public will see this and be like, oh, these people are nuts. Like, what the fuck? So that's why I don't have a problem with them escalating it, because I realize that once it gets high enough, people will immediately see my perspective. Yes, these are terminally online, mentally ill people. Brain rot, yeah. How they can have so little logic always me. Well, they're not basing it off of logic. They're basing it off of their own. They're basing it off of their own bigotry and their own their own goals, and so everything is referential from there. Everything is like, that's the goal. It's not, there's not a principle to it in the first place. That's why it's against people should never be in charge of any sort of media. Well, yeah, of course not. Why is it difficult? Understanding racism is bad. How stupid can people be? Well, because they're racist. I mean, it's pretty simple, right? I mean, fuck. I mean, like, you know, Occam's razor. The simplest answer is probably the correct one.
There's no
yeah,
such
why
thing
do they
as
not want to
racism,
understand that racism
we're
is
all
bad?
the same
Because they're
race.
fucking racist.
You're only a different skin
I mean,
color
shit.
from where you live.
They're closet
where
racist.
You
Well,
raised,
the worst
all
thing is that they're not.
If we all lived in the same area, we'd
mainstream
all
to
be
hate group.
black. Like, come on.
The list of games really
There's
torn
no
apart.
race.
Paper Tiger. Well, yeah, and I talk about every issue, and also one thing that I find to be very interesting is that I feel like my coverage of this topic has actually been extremely like balanced. And I even said initially, and I've gotten some flack from people by saying that the Sweet Baby themselves, they're kind of a scapegoat, right? Like, everybody is mad at them, but the truth is that these people didn't just like fucking barge into this company and tell them what to do. They were invited and paid to go there. And so it's like, you can't really get mad at this one company and these people specifically. Like, yeah, these people are wrong, and, you know, this person shouldn't be saying this. Yeah, for sure. But the reality is that this is a systemic problem. And it's not something that's just, you know, like some different type of like a support group or a consultancy group. Exactly, they were compensated for their opinion. Yeah, yeah. Have you seen the takes from the CEO herself? Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying that Sweet Baby is good. What I'm saying is that if Sweet Baby did not exist, this problem still would. That's my point. And I think that people need to realize that and contextualize that around their frustration. That's all I'm saying. Not saying they're good, not saying they're bad. I'm just saying that. Anyway, yeah, a lot of these people do try to, like, push back against things that I say, and I just, you know, I hope that they realize that, like, it doesn't matter how much they cry or how mad they get. The only thing that will make me do is do it more. And it doesn't matter, like, how many tweets or how many, you know, support groups that they make for themselves to get upset about something that I said or some mean thing that I didn't even do that they perceive me doing. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter. I'm going to keep doing it. That's it.
Yeah, that's like exactly what I do. Even if I piss someone off, I'm still going to keep on doing it. Gets me goddamn views.
attacking. Stop attacking.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Target change.
Still recharging.
Breath incoming.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Stop attacking.
Recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
Target change. Breath incoming. Target change. Stop attacking. Breath incoming. Target change.
Still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that.
Breath incoming.
It's too far away. That spell isn't ready yet. It's still recharging. I can't cast that. That spell isn't ready yet.
Target change incoming. Stop attacking.
I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Breath incoming. Target change. Breath incoming. 2, 1.
I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
fucking thing drops whenever I'm not on my shaman. I need this thing. God damn it, man. I've already got that. Would have preferred a spellcaster trinket. Boots. I've already got the boots. Yeah, we got the 3 set. Okay. If I can get that thing for the neck, epic neck is what the notepad or whatever. Oh shit, did I win it? Oh, I won it. Let's fucking go. I want that on my shaman and fucking spriest today. Let's fucking go. Now I just need to get it on my mage, and then I have it for all my little 40s, and then I gotta level up my other shaman, but fucking don't want to, man. God damn, I'd rather level up like a rogue or a hunter or something new. 2 shamans is just too goddamn much for me. Alright, there we go. 6 out of 6, got the fucking thing. Let's go. Epic neck on my shaman and priest. I just need it on my mage now. That's wunderbar. Very, very wunderbar. Alright, call it a stream here, yeah. I want everything I wanted. Got the thing. Let me just turn this in. I think I'm getting like, not that, that's healing. This one right here, yeah, that's tank. Yeah, I got this, the DPS one on my shaman. I was like, fuck getting the tanking one. Like, I want threat. Alright, so piston pendants. Let's go turn that in, and we'll call it a stream. Oh, I was about to go Ghost Wolf, but it's like a wrong binding, wrong character. Alright, first epic on this character. We got the pearl and the epic neck on this character. Just a decent amount of luck throughout my characters. Today, fucking 2, both of them got the epic note things for the epic neck. But now that I've got my shaman and priest done, like I'm not gonna raid on my mage tomorrow because like they're like a casual guild, and apparently they just raid on Tuesday, so I'm not gonna raid on my mage tomorrow. I'll do that on Tuesday. So tomorrow I've got like a slot to continue my Conker's Bad Furday stream that I was doing last night, which would be a wunderbar, because like it's starting to get a bit old playing this game. Oh shit, I should really get a boon. Oh shit, I should have got that. We got 2 hours though left of this. I think that was like under an hour raid there. We didn't wipe. Well, I didn't die anyways. I don't know. I hope they were logging. I probably got like a badass log there from a spriest. Maybe hopefully blue logs. Alright, give me this. Vant. That's healing. Yeah, this one. Got that. Yeah, for sure. Just double checking. Alright. Our priest is getting kinda geared up. Alright, I need to get a boon. Oh! I just gave everyone that boon by turning that quest in, by the way. And, let's see how much more. Apparently more. We've did this less than an hour. If I'm looking, still a 2-hour Dark Moon Fair Sage thing. I think I used this at the first boss or second. I forget. I need to be able to open up this box, and there's like another one on my other character. I think my shaman. Alright. That's a big W on my end here. We got that. We got like a 3 set on this guy now. We gotta go for the irradiated shit, but 3 set done on this guy for like a safe set with like stamina. So we're doing really good. I could definitely PvP on this character if I wanted to. Yeah, we got the stam thing. I mean the PvP trinket. Yeah. Looking about good. Or no, we got 2 epics. Yeah, this and the staff. Hell yeah. Alright. Yeah, my mage is like the little tiny, wee little tiny baby boy that just ain't that geared up yet. Alright, I got rid of that shit, and we hella upgraded. Wait. We're gonna get a boon and then call it a stream here. Maybe I'll go on to Conker's Bad Furday in like, I don't know, a couple minutes or something, like 20 minutes or something like that from now. Just some Nintendo 64 emulator. Yeah, let's boon this up. How long did it take me? I'd literally have to rewatch the stream to get a good amount of time frame. Boon that up. Let's say it's been like 5-6 minutes since I left out. Oh shit, so we still got 77. Like, that was a really quick run for a pug actually. What the hell? Yeah, I'm gonna have to like speed run that, put a timer on that. Easy video right there, I think. Put some speedrun music in like my timer thing. Be like, oh yeah, we did this in like 30 so minutes speedrunning, even though I think I've seen faster, but like with pugs, I don't know, that's fucking lit right there, honestly. Alright, call it a stream.